Ola Anjos, welcome back to a brand new video by the one, the only Anna, and in today's video I'm going to be reacting to my teenagers' opinions on the coronavirus as a 14-year-old. Right now I'm 15 years old. This video here was filmed 6 months ago, so half a year ago, and I just wanted to listen to it, comment on it, react to it. I don't want to do any reaction videos. I don't think I've ever done a reaction video, but it's going to be super interesting just to see how my opinion changes. So this is just before we went into lockdown, I believe. If you guys are interested in the life of a teenager, subscribe, or if you're interested in tips, motivation and inspiration on fitness for teenagers, also subscribe and hit this notification bell button. I'll be sure to bring out those contents for you guys. I've got it up on my screen. It will appear here, the video, and let's just watch it together. I'll put the video here, okay. Welcome back to a brand new video by the one and the only Anna. And I don't really film these types of videos, but I asked you guys on Instagram. Oh my god, I don't look that different, but I do at the same time, especially because I cut my hair and everything. But yeah, sorry. I kind of wanted to do it anyway because I have so much to say about it, and I love talking. Since I'm in quarantine, it's harder to talk to people. You know, I can talk to people online, but it's definitely different than talking to people in actual real life. I just get to talk to my family, well, my mum, my dad, and my brother, which isn't too bad. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Talking to people online is completely different. During lockdown, talking to my friends online was really weird, and I don't know. It doesn't have the same feeling, and I don't know, you don't have as many good moments, definitely. I'm here to talk about the whole coronavirus situation that is currently happening and my point of view as a 14-year-old. 2020 started off for memes, and it's like, it was World War III, and now it's the coronavirus. Because I was like, it's just a virus in China, they will contain it, they'll be able to hold it, it's nothing to, like, people were saying that it's not as bad as the flu, blah 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 blah. Right, yeah, that was a whole lie. Just some people died, we didn't know anything about it, and now it has reached to where I live, in the United Kingdom, and I'm in self-quarantine. Me and my family chose self-quarantine because it's actually today. Yeah, so I told you, we weren't in quarantine yet, but me and my family had decided to go into self-quarantine because parents, my brother, were coughing, and we were just afraid because that was one of the symptoms. I think most of us, we did catch the virus. I think people in high school caught the virus, but it just wasn't like, it didn't hit us too bad. So you never know how, like, who caught the virus, but I feel like we did catch the virus. But yeah, we decided to self-quarantine because the cases were just rising completely, and we just thought it was the best for our health and for others. Today is Wednesday, and people... Sorry, I keep saying it. But yeah, it was Wednesday when we decided self-quarantine, and on Friday was the last day. On the Thursday, the government said they were going to officially do a country lockdown after that Friday to school. So I quarantined for 2 more days than everybody else, I guess. Still going to school, people are still going to work, even though I believe there's been over 700 cases today. It was like on 1,000 something, and I was on 2,000 and something. Hi guys, so today is the 28th of March, I believe. The day I filmed this video was on the 18th of March, and since then there is now 14,000 people in the United Kingdom with the coronavirus. So it's times by 7. 2 or 3 days ago, Boris Johnson has now, like a week ago, he closed all the schools, but now everybody has to stay inside. They have put really good rules down, like only shopping when need to, no gatherings, no one, like literally only going outside when you need to. So everyone is currently in self-lockdown except for the people, of course, working, and you can go out and like do an exercise for one, like for the part that I was saying there was 14,000 cases. So I said there's only like 2,000, then it went up to like 14,000. That's a big jump. It's not even too bad because we were in lockdown at that point. Well, like 2 days ago, I think there's over 17,000 cases, and the other day was more than 20,000 cases. The cases are rising a lot, but we have noticed a difference in like deaths have decreased a lot because of treatments and everything. The infection rate is high, and we're not in lockdown. We're still going to school. We're still in, I think most of us are in local lockdown. I'm in local lockdown, but we can still go outside. Like, yeah, the infection rate is still high. Go out and have a walk just once a day. Social distancing, But yeah, that's what's currently happening. There's over 700 deaths here in the United Kingdom. But yeah, that is how it's going on the 28th of March. Oh, and just a quick disclaimer that the next clip is just me ranting. Not ranting, it's actually a good discussion about me talking about what I think about them not closing the schools at the time they have now. On the day I filmed it, they sent emails saying they're going to close the schools on Friday. So this is what I thought before they closed the schools.
Yeah, I wasn't happy.
Still hasn't stopped us from going to school. So our family thought it was best for us to stay at home. It's getting out of hand. We have so much contact with people who are so much vulnerable than us, and it's not fair and it's not right to put them at this risk just because the government is telling us we can still go to school and telling us we can still go to work, but it's just putting other people at risk. Like Boris Johnson even said that some people are going to lose their loved ones before the time.
I must level with you, level with the British public. More families, many more families are going to lose loved ones before their time.
Which I thought was ridiculous.
Yeah, he did actually say that, as shown in the clip. But I feel like I said, the treatment now is better, so us going to school isn't so much of a risk. That was at that time he did say that, which I think was, this is what I thought.
Ridiculous. Like, as a Prime Minister, you should be trying to save your people. I do realise when he was saying this, he was saying like in general that because of this virus, people are going to pass away. So just to let people know, because of course I understood what he was coming from. He hadn't closed the schools, so that's why I was ranting, because he hadn't closed the schools, and I was like, of course you're gonna, like, it's spreading more if you're not closing the schools, so that's why. But I understood that of course people are gonna pass away, so he's just saying that in general, trying to make people immune to it. I don't even know if you can catch it, like how many times you can catch it. Like some people say, oh, you can only catch it once. Some people say, oh, you can catch it as many times.
Research has shown you can catch it multiple times, I believe. So of course you can build immunity to it, but you can still catch it and spread it.
Like, they still don't know 100%. Boris Johnson is putting these people at risk. Not just Boris Johnson, but the whole parliament. It's not just him, it's the whole government. Today, 4:05 p.m, they said that schools in Wales and Scotland will be closing by Friday, and I think England will be doing the same, as well as Northern Ireland. That is good, but they should have done it way faster, because they've just put a whole load of people at risk.
My family, such as like from Switzerland and everything, they had their schools closed like 2 or 3 weeks before our schools closed, and their cases were way lower than ours. So it was a late call, a very late call.
Actually, so crazy. But then I heard that we're going to be staying off home for, they're not too sure, but they're thinking till summer. Are you joking? I'm gonna have 6 months of working at home. I won't just be bashing about the
When I heard that we were going to stay at home for 6 months, I just couldn't believe it. Because you're telling me I'm going to spend 6 months of my education, of my life, stuck in my house. Yeah, but that's exactly what happened. I stayed from March till August. Well, I wasn't stuck in my house. From August, we were allowed out on like a road trip with my family and everything, but we still had to social distance and everything. But I was in like proper lockdown for 2-3 months, and then I didn't go to school. I homeschooled until the summer, and I only started school in September. So I finished school in March and I started school in September, in-person schooling, and I just couldn't believe that that would actually happen. I just thought, I don't know, I thought that it was just ridiculous and that wouldn't actually happen, but it ended up happening. And I don't know, time did go fast though, but yeah, I guess like 6 months I homeschooled myself, so yeah.
It's like just seeing how bad it is, because you guys know it's really just affecting people's mental health and everything. But I really enjoy going to school. I don't know, some people hate going to school. I enjoy going to school, really socialising with people, learning, but now...
Yes, I love going to school and learning and socialising with people, definitely. And during that time that we didn't go, I definitely felt it. And I was thinking about how people's mental health are going to be affected, and my mental health was definitely affected. You know, being a human is part of socially contacting with people and, you know,
doing that, so not having that is like, sometimes I just get so stressed out. My mental health and my family's mental health definitely was damaged during that time. That was probably like my worst mental health point, was probably during like the midst of the lockdown. I'm gonna have to change my lifestyle to learning, so hopefully, because you know I'm quarantining before the actual quarantine time, I want to see how the schools do the work and how we will be still learning and receiving. So I might do a whole life in quarantine once I have some schoolwork. And yes, I did do that video, so you guys can go watch. I'll put it down in the iCard. I think it's somewhere over here. And I did do a video. And about the schooling thing, what they did was doing it on Google Classroom. We had like one call because we weren't allowed to do anything else. I don't know. It's a PowerPoint with work and we've just completed. And they're just like tasks, like homework tasks basically. So that is how we learned. And sometimes the teachers were sending little clips of them. And yeah, that was good too. It was different. It's very different to people who had like online Zoom classes where they like teach you like a normal lesson. For us it wasn't like that, so many people don't even do their work. Like they spent 6 months doing nothing. Of course I didn't do that. But yeah, and everything is organized and I have a proper schedule, because at the moment it's really scary. I'm 14, you know, I'm doing my GCSEs next year and the year after, and for the people who are doing the GCSEs now, oh my god, I don't know even what to say, because they have put so much freaking effort and now they can't do the tests. And yes, I feel for those people who do the GCSEs, and especially because I know that many of them got downgraded when they got their GCSEs, but I think they fit some of them, but many people got upset because they got downgraded because of course of the teachers. It's a mess, honestly. And with my GCSEs now, they've cut out a lot of things from our GCSEs due to we weren't in school last year. But we don't even know if we're going to do our GCSEs this year. We're so unsure because of, you know, the cases are rising again. Today is the 11th, 2020. It's not the school's fault. It is not the government's fault. It is not anybody's fault because the virus came. It's life. But I was actually watching this one girl called Barbara, Portuguese, and I speak Portuguese by the way, and I was doing a podcast, like a video podcast. So she was doing a podcast, but you can listen to the podcast, but I was watching the video podcast, and she was talking about you can't always have like a negative mentality to these things. Yes, there is so much bad about this, and you see on the news and it's like literally it's just continuously bad news. And when you do look at it, you have to look at how many people have been killed. Yes, there's a death, but there are also being people that are killed. You can't just be so afraid of it. She was saying there are positives to it, and it's kind of hard to think about the positives in this type of situation where you're in quarantine, you're locked, you can't see your family only through FaceTime, you can't do the things that you used to be able to do. I know I've come to talk here a lot, but I really just like have so much more that I want to say since then. And I'm saying you guys have to like appreciate also, like, you're at home but you're not doing the worst, because there's literally NHS workers, there are doctors, there are people who are still working, and you just have to stay at home. So please just stay at home, wash your hands, be as safe as possible. But yeah, just you're not in the worst position at all. There is people in the NHS. Thank God for them. I just want to say thank you so much if you work in the NHS and you work in this, or you know anyone from the NHS. But they're away from their families, they are working constantly with people who are suffering from the coronavirus. And sadly many NHS workers did die because of the virus, so for the people who put themselves forward and confront the virus every day, yeah, again, thank you. And they have a really high chance of getting it, of course, because they're working with the people who have it. So yeah, that's just my little comment. So I wanted to also talk about what I think about the good things about the coronavirus are. Okay, the coronavirus actual disease isn't bad, but I just wanted to say that I think the coronavirus really is showing how us as a community, us as a global world, as humans on this planet, supporting each other and treating each other when it comes to the coronavirus, how we want each and every single person's safety. Just top priority here. I agree. We had like NHS claps, where like on Thursday we would clap from the NHS outside and you can just hear everyone clapping. I don't know, there was just such a power of community during like that time and this time. And I also wanted to say that it's bringing us back to community, because we're all humans and no colour, no religion, no rich or poor, no situation you're in is going to make you more or less likely to have the coronavirus.
Exactly.
Like Boris Johnson has the coronavirus, the Prince of Wales has coronavirus, so
yeah, Boris Johnson had the coronavirus, the Prince of Wales had coronavirus, Donald Trump had the coronavirus. Anybody can catch the virus, even like these top rich people, or like your colour of skin doesn't matter, your religion doesn't matter, your sexuality, your richness and poorness, it doesn't matter. You still have the same capability of catching the virus.
Even these royalty and these really high people in society, even they are getting coronavirus. So it's just showing if you're down there or if you're up there, you have like a really the same chance of getting the virus. So it just shows that no one rich or poorer, that colour or this colour, religion or size or any difference that we have is going to impact if we're going to not get the virus. People have been coming together and really just thinking about one another. Like this really gives you the chance to think and think about these people and think about you, think about others, and really just respect one another, really just give the best to each person. The best thing about this all is just the coronavirus. Actually, I feel, like she said, I feel that the coronavirus came to give us some sort of gratefulness in our life, to learn to be grateful. And the coronavirus.
That is so true. I learned so much about being grateful and about being a better person during lockdown, because I was stuck with my family and I was stuck at home too, so just learning how to be like, wow, I go to school every day, like how lucky I was, how lucky I am now. I learned so much during that lockdown, and it kind of like shaped me into a new mindset, a new person. So that, I definitely agree with that. 6 months later, I think I have changed and I have learned so much.
Virus has given us the opportunity to learn and to be grateful for the things that we have. Like, we go to school and we complain about having to wake up early. Like, we go to work and we have to complain. And now that we're stuck at home and we're obliged to stay here, it's like we complain about it now. We take things for granted, really, and the coronavirus has really just given us the opportunity to be able to think and to be grateful for the things. So when we go back to it, we have this grateful mindset, and we have, wow, I'm actually so lucky to be able to go to school, to be able to go to work, to be able to go outside and talk to my friends, to be able just to have a community and be able just to interact as human beings. I think that is the best thing that the coronavirus has brought, definitely, is the gratefulness. When we go back to our lifestyle that we had before, it's going to be amazing. It's just given us that opportunity to be grateful for the people we have around us, for the people.
I don't think we're going to be going back to normal for a long time, but
people that we interact with, and just the whole thing that we have in life. It's just been a really hectic thing. You know, I'm 14. I haven't been through much in my life. This is like the first big thing, you know. I've never seen my family this worried about stuff like this before, and it is really scary, and I try to be as I can towards it, but it is like, wow, people are actually getting, like, this is happening so fast, and it's just contaminating everyone, and it's so close to me, and it's so close to my family. Like, when you see things on the news, it doesn't seem that real, but when it actually comes to the place where you are, the place where you feel most comfortable, it's really shocking, and it really is just like, whoa.
it was whoa, and it's still like whoa, like it actually exists.
It takes you aback. I think the coronavirus has given us a new mindset, and because you have to stay inside to not actually catch it or spread it or anything like that, it's given us more time. And I was telling my friend Molly, you know, I was telling her, like, what am I supposed to do in the next if I'm stuck here for the next 6 months, I don't think we'll be in quarantine for 6 months, but it depends how the things.
Yeah, we were.
Because I have no idea how far this thing's gonna go. But I was like, what the heck am I gonna do with my time? But she's just saying that I could do so much. I have a brand coming up, which you guys are gonna.
Yes, I did launch my own brand. You guys can shop from down below. And I gave like my channel a whole purpose about the fitness thing. I worked so hard towards this stuff, so I really shaped my social media channels and my education too.
I want to know about, I'll do a whole video about that. I have my YouTube channel, I have my own health, I have literally so many things. I want to learn languages. This is my opportunity. It's giving us.
Yes, I practice my German and everything, and I'm so much more confident in German. So I'm really thankful that I did do that.
The gift of time. So many of us are extremely busy, and this is finally like, have some time.
I love time.
It's giving us everything that we actually want. It's giving us the time, and it's giving us the sense of learning how to be grateful. At time, you guys can do whatever you want with it. Oh, of course, not go outside.
Me and my family, we did so much together during that time, and it was incredible.
Stuff, bumming yourself down, looking after yourself, trying to think outside of the box, and just giving yourself the time that you something out of a fiction movie, out of like a dystopian movie or a family. And I can't believe like what is happening at the moment is something out of a fiction movie, out of like a.
I know, it just doesn't seem real sometimes.
I'm grateful for the life I've had, and for the lifestyle I've had before all this problem came. I'm grateful for that, and I never thought of it that way, but it really does mean a lot that I got to go to school every day, and I didn't have to worry if there was toilet roll in the shops.
Yeah, that did happen with the toilet roll and stuff. It was about to happen again because, you know, it's like a second coronavirus wave has come. I think it is a second wave, but people are handling it way better.
I didn't have to worry if there was any tin food or food in the shops. I didn't have to worry about any of that. I didn't have to worry about going outside and maybe risking someone else's life over my own. I didn't have to worry about that. And even though now I do, it's just giving me that more maturity, and it's just teaching me more. It's a virus that can spread and it can kill, even though it's less likely to kill people my age. You never know. You never know. Life is life, and life brings unexpected.
Yeah, exactly. There's many people around my age who have been infected by the virus and have died, unfortunately, from the virus. So it just proves that, you know, your age, it can help in some way, but it's not going to give you yes or no.
And they still don't know 100% about all the research. They still don't know. They haven't had enough research yet to be 100% certain of how everything works with the virus. But that is my opinion. That is a 14-year-old.
That is my opinion on the virus. Well, that was my opinion on the virus, and as you can see, I agree with a lot of the things, and some things have completely changed. Thank you so much for liking this video. Give it a big thumbs up and comment below what you guys think of the coronavirus right now and how has it affected your life. Thank you so much for watching. I don't even know if it recorded the whole video, and I'm really, because if it didn't, because I was screen recording on my phone and it hasn't appeared yet. I swear.